Sorry, y'all. I'm getting a bunch of messages while I'm on live. Hey, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Don't mind my wet hair, but my day's been crazy. Welcome to This Encouraging Word. I'm going to share a little bit about a lot, but this was kind of the title that was on my heart because I am sitting in the space and I spent some time with the Lord, seeking Him on some things. And He's just poured a bunch of encouragement in spirit. So now I want to encourage you. So I've titled this, Your True Love, Never Leave Your True Love. And I hope you have found true love. And if you haven't yet, the Lord has it for you. So take heart. Take heart. The Lord has true love for you. Firstly, from Himself. And if you are called to divine, God-ordained marriage, then He has someone for you as well. And this next layer that I'm going to get into is another layer of true love. And this is the true love when it comes to your calling and your purpose in life. This is very important to connect with for yourself because it is literally the key to the rest of your life. If you are in a space where you don't know why you're here, or you do not feel or experience or see the fruit or the manifestation of joy in what you're doing in your everyday life, then chances are you're disconnected from purpose. You're disconnected from your vision, whether it's because you haven't discovered it or you're just out of sync with where God's been trying to lead you. So this is very important to note for yourself, because without cultivating this, hi, welcome, good to see you. Hello, everybody. Welcome everyone in the chat. Without cultivating this, you're going to find unfulfillment in your life. A lot of times we don't even realize this, that we're spinning our wheels trying to make ends meet, or maybe you've been in the same job for 20 years, whatever it is for you. Success begins with knowing why you're here. That's your first step. Money will come. Everything that's connected to the abundant life that God has for you will come, but you're not going to find it simply by checking off boxes. So this is my encouragement today. I'm going to get a little bit into this. Welcome everybody. Good to see y'all. Thanks for saying hello. I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. How are y'all doing? So yeah, it's just an encouraging word to remind you to stay in the thing that you know you're here to do. So if you're not there, I do one-to-one life coaching. I've actually just linked my payment link for my one-to-one sessions. And if you're interested, you can just click on there and send me a message. She's restored@gmail.com, SHESRESTORED@gmail.com, and let me know a good time where we can chat and I can help you find your vision for your life, because this is very important, especially as things continue to unfold. I'm actually going to get into this prophetic word a little bit later. I'm not sure if I'll do it today, maybe it's probably tomorrow actually. But I'm going to get into what the heck is going on planet Earth, because there's a lot happening. Everything's escalating, unfolding, elevating. Sorry. I keep getting a bunch of messages. Sorry about that interruption. I keep getting a bunch of messages, so I'm trying to swipe them off. So yeah, I want to get into this because, as y'all know, especially those of you that have been with me for a little bit, I'm just gonna let them, so I don't interrupt our stream. Yeah, there's a lot coming, and there's a lot already here, and I want us ready. So all the more reason, if you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling lost, or you're feeling confused, or you're feeling unfulfilled in your life, in your work, or your space in life, this is why I do the life coaching, to kind of help you find where you're at, firstly, and where it is that God is calling you to be. Because that is something that He will reveal to you personally if you spend some time in His presence and seeking His will for your life. This is a promise. He will show you what it is. So your true love, never leave. Never leave. Now, there are seasons in life where things happen and or we're in relationships that are toxic or not divinely ordained, and it leads us out of alignment with purpose, and this is where it can get pretty dark and scary. But again, if you're there, this is something that I can help you with, and I can help you sort through. But yeah, this is just an encouragement to remember your true love, your first love, your real love that God has for you. Firstly, from Himself to you. Secondly, if He has called you to marriage, if He's called you to share your life with someone by His divine alignment and spirit, He will reveal that to you, and He will bring that person to you, and you will share true love, the love that you've always sought and needed in your life. And then thirdly is your calling. Okay, so let me get into this for a minute, because especially with the times that we're in, the things that are happening, the warfare, the shift that's happening, there's so much happening all at once that it's getting very, very challenging to stay centered. So this is why I've been pressing this for a while, just to know these things for yourself. You need to know how to stay centered. You need to know how you handle stress, how you handle anxiety, how you handle people in your life, and certainly, those core wounds from childhood, toxic relationships, how you handle warfare, how you handle the attacks that come from others. I mean, there's so much, and knowing all of these things and how to handle them is the key to winning and being successful. The message today, though, is to remember your first love and to hold on to it. Okay, so let's say, for those of you that know your calling, because a lot of you do, or a lot of you that are coming to my channel or that are subscribed are not the cookie cutter type. Chances are what you're doing is a little outside the box. It is world changing. It is revolutionary. Okay, so you're not going to approach things the way the status quo would tell you to do it. Okay, and I'm going to encourage you that that's okay. In fact, this is why you're called to be radical. And this is why you are radical, because God created you with that fervor and that uniqueness to change the world. And people that truly change the world don't do things status quo. And I'm not talking about necessarily, being rich and famous, because as we know, there's plenty of rich and famous that are not really changing the world. But this is more about knowing why you're here, knowing what you're called to do, and staying vigilant in spite of all of it. Everything that comes against your work, your progress, and believe me, it will. It will. And unfortunately, a lot of times it comes from people closest to you. And this is, especially early on, this was a challenge for me because, you know, I love people. I love those close to me, and I wanted to make sure everyone was happy, you know. And some of you are like this, but I had to understand that if I were to go where God really is calling me to go, I had to listen to his voice only and go in spite of, you know, everything else and everyone else. I don't know how many of us are like this, that focused, that committed to God's instructions, but the more you are, the more in sync you are with God, with yourself, with your calling, your purpose, and your assignment. So with that said, where are you? How are you doing today in this season? How are you doing? How are you handling the opposition? You know, it's very sneaky, actually, the way spiritual warfare comes against us. And then here's the other thing, this is another layer to this understanding, is the more I deviate from where God is leading, the more impressionable I will be to the warfare coming against my alignment. Okay, so it's like the further I get away from hearing the voice of the Lord as he's leading me, the more I'm going to listen to the opposition. Okay, and if I'm in a season where I'm really struggling, you know, in every area of my life, mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual, then it's very easy for me to get off track, and then further spiral into doubt, wanting to give up, wanting to just, you know, not work with it anymore, not do it anymore. This is why I must be so grounded in who I am, my spiritual connection to God, and what it is that I'm called to do. Because when I'm grounded in that, I will have less likelihood of deviating from it. Again, if you don't know how to do that, or you would like some coaching, I am available, and you can click on the link in my description. And I didn't put anything else in there, y'all, so that's literally all I put. So if y'all are interested in the life coaching, don't hesitate to sign up. I'd love to walk you through anything you're going through. Hi, everybody. Perfect, Jack. Yes. Yes, family. So yeah, hope this helps y'all and blesses y'all. I'm going to share some prophetic music. This has been on my spirit, and I knew this, I was going to share it this month because this is the month of grace. This is a month, I feel like this month is really going to shift us into the rest of this year. And there's a lot going on, y'all. There's so much going on. There's so much going on, and I want to share some song messages. So I'm going to come back probably, if not later today, probably tomorrow, with a song message video, and I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into all of it. I'm going to share about the prophetic behind the music, how it's connected to what's going on, and so we can be ready. I think that's all. Don't forget your first love, okay? Don't lose sight of you, what God has promised for your life, no matter what. this is why it's a personal relationship with God, and it's a personal walk, because what God has assigned to you is yours, okay? And if you're connected to it, if you're aligned to it, then you're on the right path and you're on the right track. A lot of times it's when others are disconnected and we're connected to them and we can't discern what's going on, that we can get off track ourselves. So this is why it's very important, to stay vigilant, to stay in alignment, to stay focused on the Spirit, focused on what God has said He wants you focused on. And I shared this earlier this month, actually, because a lot's been coming against me. No surprise. And I'm not surprised, y'all. I'm really not, because I know exactly where I am right now. And I know what's coming. I know what the Lord's promised. I know it's so close. And so the enemy's throwing everything he can at me. But he forgot who I am. Sanctified chingona. So stay in alignment with what the Lord has told you. Okay? I've been sharing this in so many different ways recently. If He's told you to rest, that's where you need to be. I don't care what it looks like. Because again, if I'm moved by circumstances, if I'm moved by people, whether it's their energy or negativity, whatever it is, then I'm going to be out of alignment. And then that compromises my hearing, it compromises my progress, it compromises my growth and my hastening to where God is leading. So it's so important to stay in His love, to stay in His under the shadow of His wings, okay? Because He's protecting you no matter what. No matter what. He is leading, He's protecting, He's guiding. And if I trust Him with everything, then I'm set. No matter what it looks like. Y'all, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what it looks like. And I'm sitting here live testimony. I trust Him before I trust anybody else. So if He's telling me, daughter, this is where I want you, this is where you're going, this is what you're doing today, then that's what I'm going to do. Now, again, I must take the time to surrender and yield myself over to His spiritual guidance. Because if I don't do that, again, especially when you're under the attack, you're going to be subject to your moods, your attitude, your, how you're feeling that day, and it gets very messy. So, again, I'm coming out of this little season where I was forgetting what has God told me to do. This is what I want to do. This is what my flesh wants to do, because, again, I'm focused on the storm, right? I'm focused on the waves. I'm not focused on Him. So my flesh, my instinct by default is wanting to do something. But what did He say? And what is He telling you? Okay? So yeah, remember your true love and never leave. Never leave, because He never leaves you. He never leaves us. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. Hope y'all are doing well. Again, I'm available for one-to-one sessions. If that's something you're interested in, you can click on the link in my description. You can go to my channel description, and all my information's there, so y'all can find me there. If you're not connected to me on Instagram, I'm at She's Restored for inner healing, and I'm at Sonia the Leave It Sound for music and art. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna come back with song messages very soon. Like I said, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but soon, because it's very, very, very impressed on my spirit. And probably I'm going to do a video because I want to share this with everybody. So look out for that, okay? And I think that's it. Quick video, encouraging word. Hope y'all are doing well. Love y'all so much, and I will be back soon.